Offset is speaking out about, the death of Takeoff, and saying, speaking up on how, it affected him and everything. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
But I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I lost my brother.
Yeah.
I'm not unhealed. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I lost my brother.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not healed. I'm not good. And like, this don't help nothing. Like, I be feeling like people don't be like, we stars, so people be like, thinking it's just cool. Like, but I'm a real grown man.
A human being.
I cry every day about this, bro. Like, at some point, it fucks me up every day. And then it be this type of bullshit on top of that be like too much for me. Like, and then like, I'm still a human being. Like, I'm dealing through shit personally, like, and people's opinions matter nowadays. You know what I'm saying? What's on Twitter matters.
Yeah, you feel it.
What's being said. And it's like, I play cool, I smile for the cameras, I do fashion week and do all this behind the scenes. Like, I need my woman to be there for me for what I'm going through. And then you making it harder for me by bringing up bullshit or my old past when I'm really going through some other shit.
Yeah.
Not here.
So, you heard it, bro. Bro talking about, hey, he be going through stuff. Everybody goes through something, you know what I'm saying, for sure. Well, one thing I heard what he was saying, you know what I'm saying, but one thing I don't agree with, when he says people's opinion matters. Not everybody's opinion, not social media opinion. Just because social media is filled with people that don't really care about you, people that don't even know you, stuff like that. I don't agree with that sense of like people's opinion matters. Just, because I get it. To some degree, of course, their opinion matters, but it should matter like 1% or 0.1%. It should matter like really minusculely where it's not affecting your life. I mean, but being a star, being a celebrity where you kind of catering to your fans, your fans' opinion has to matter. I get that. But at the same time, I think that's kind of the thing, right? He's mentioning, he's going through all this stuff. He got to put a smile on his face, He got to do all these things he got to do because at the end of the day, he got to do it. You can't just say, I'm going through this. I'm going to just sit down here and tuck back and just be chill. Nah, that's not how it works. And I seen something recently, a video, somebody, was talking about, man, I won't put myself on social media, acting like I'm living good if I'm not feeling good. Everybody doesn't necessarily need, they don't, you know what I'm saying? I think if you want to change your mental state, you gotta change. You can't succumb to whatever you're going through, right? You gotta change it physically and mentally, of course. So if you go through a bad day, you don't just be like, oh, I'm going through a bad day. No, you gotta put a smile on your face because eventually you manifesting, you pulling that energy by, commanding, you're not succumbing to your emotion, you pulling that out. You know what I'm saying? You pulling that happiness out. You pulling it into your circle by you just, smiling. And, of course, somebody asks you, you ain't got to tell them I'm going through all this, but you say, man, I'm be good. You know what I'm saying? All that, the way you talk, all that thing, the way you carry yourself, it for sure matters. So him saying all this, I for sure get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to let people know exactly what you're going through. You don't have to be sad all the time. You don't have to put your business out there all the time. Even though, as he said, some people's opinion matters to him. To me, they don't matter that much. I'm just be honest with you. Like, what I'm saying? People can say whatever they want to say. I've been hearing people talk about my fingers for the longest time. Some people talk about my hair. Some people talk about the way I talk, my accent. Some people just, people always have something to say. By the end of the day, they're not me. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You can say whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. I get it. And I'm not saying it should be for everybody. I'm just saying at some point, it stopped mattering to me. And that's just the way I live because at the end of the day, when I pass, when I'm in that coffin, it's only going to be me in that mug. Not my parents, not my kids, not my friends, not nobody. None of these social media people is going to be in that coffin with me. You know what I'm saying? So I live my life with that mentality, being true to myself. However way, I define being true to myself is, right? So I get where he's coming from with that. And then he talked about, his girl, his wife, right? You know what I'm saying? And he needs his wife by his corner. I don't know necessarily what he was trying to say, whether he was trying to say she be on his ass or he's trying to say, everybody talking about his girl and all that good stuff, it messing with him. So I don't know what he was trying to say, per se. But of course, if you have a lady, she should be supportive of you. The same way you should be supportive of her. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going through something, she needs to be able to, of course, choosing your partner should know how to handle that stuff. That's why they're your partner. If not, there will be anybody else. There will be all the women out there on the streets, or the men out there on the street, whatever it is, right? You got to pick a partner that matches you. You know what I'm saying? The other side of the coin. You one side of the coin, the other side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? You're all still part of one entity that mentally, spiritually, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand, man. Bro, talking about he going through it. It's hard. You losing somebody, you know what I'm saying, that was that close to you, a family member, it's tough. I mean, let's be real. It's a crazy thing, especially if you were close. Like I was saying previously, right? If you have a family member, you know what I'm saying, which is blood, right? And then you have friends. You know what I'm saying? When that two mixes, that's the strongest bond out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the strongest bonds out there. You know what I'm saying? It's you all too tight. It's it. You know what I mean? So when you lose that, like the Angus Cloud situation, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's tough. It takes a while. That don't mean you have to wallow in it. You have to change your mental state. You got to still function. You got stuff to do. You got to live. You know what I'm saying? So of course, y'all let me know what y'all think, man, because I definitely feel what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? You definitely, one, for sure, you got to keep pushing. You got to put a smile on your face. You know, people say it's faking it to make it, or you faking it. You ain't faking it. You trying to get your mind out of that. There's no way you just going to be wallowing in that emotion. If you keep yourself look inside, why I'm gonna get out of this. I'm going to get out. You're not going to get out of it as soon as as quickly as you would if you would just put a smile on your face and start, thinking happy thoughts, living your life still, because just being honest, that person has passed. They've moved on to the next level. You are still here. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to still survive. So that part for sure. Having a partner that's supportive is important. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure important. If your partner's not supportive, dip. That's just being honest. Of course, everybody feels like, people's opinion matters, but it depends on what, not everybody's opinion matters. Not a lot of, it shouldn't be even like, you know what I'm saying? Like people's opinion really shouldn't matter. Like really shouldn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, a select few, those people we're talking about, which is your friends and family that's tight and close and all that good stuff. Of course, their opinions don't matter. But beyond that, and it's only matter, and their opinions only matter for a certain amount of things. At the end of the day, you're gonna do you, because as I said, when you pass, it's just you. So that, and then social media, all those people don't matter. They don't really matter. I mean, yeah, they, on a surface level, yeah, but not deeply. Some people might even really care about you that you don't even know, like really, really tough fans, really fuck with you. Oh yeah, but at the same time, you still got to live your own life. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Let me know what y'all think, of course. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I understand what bro talking about. We're going to get up to the next topic on ground.